Hey, RetconRaider here, with special thanks to the Raiders, the fine folks who help make these videos possible, including but not limited to Dragon Matrix 7, Mathew Smith, Revenant, Alois, Drakiith, Eerie V23, EgonAlter, Emile, Exsellsior, Gottlieb, James Trimmier, Kazorm, Nathan Welch Jr., RandomPassrby, RobbyB, Tomasz Piątkowski, Triphoppenskip, and Valinrook. Thanks for your support, guys. That said, let's get started. And welcome back to Pathfinder Through the Ashes. As today we set our sights on wrapping up the third area, which I think puts us about halfway through this thing, because while I have generally avoided most spoilers, I was told that there's about 5 or 6 overall maps. Regardless, we are pretty much done with this side, except for perhaps this tower back here, which we only really had the option to clear by hand, and that would almost certainly end up fatiguing us, so we'll hold off on that for now, but we will come back for it right before we rest. Ah, and we do have one more fight. We've got the zombies we saw chasing that poor person earlier. And they spotted us, so I guess we're fighting.
I got this.
We'll hang back, just in case there's any other nasty surprises. Oh, also, a few folks told me that Sentry has a Disrupt Undead cantrip. So we will make use of that. I guess they'd always just assumed that was more the purview of clerics or divine casters than arcane blasters. But now we know. No real harm done.
Don't hold back.
Huh. That was a refreshingly simple fight, after everything else they've put us through thus far. Alright, let's crack this temple open. See what awaits us inside. Are those things really gone? A spry old woman with faded hair is rubbing her swollen ankle. Why are you looking at me like that? I haven't got a coin to my name. A thank you is all you're going to get. That's quite all right. I'm just happy you're fine. Are you fine? Of course I am. Don't be ridiculous. I'm in a graveyard full of living dead, surrounded by demons and cultists. The city is ablaze, my ankle is sprained, and I am being questioned by a suspicious stranger. The woman scoffs and gives you a significant look. How do I know you're not one of the demon worshippers? I guess you don't. Just as I don't know if you are. Record spits on the cold stone floor. So much for helping people. It'd be nice if somebody thanked me, even once. My name is Grim. This is Record. Who are you? Why do you ask? You wondering what to scribble on my tombstone? The old woman narrows her eyes, but continues. I am Inai, the local healer, since you're so keen to know. A healer? Fantastic. We have wounded. Can you help us? I knew it. All greed and no honest kindness. Inai purses her lips and disapprovingly shakes her head. Yes, you got me. I am so incredibly selfish for trying to keep all these people alive. Man, I should be ashamed. But you're not wrong. I can help you. After I've had a rest and tended to my ankle. But, the woman lifts a crooked and bony finger, you too must do something for me. My hospital is down the street, not far from here. Go there and find out what happened to my brothers and sisters. Do we have a deal? It seems fair to me. Actually, yes, that does seem fair and pretty ideal, because in theory, if we're looking for healing items, a hospital would be a great place to go, especially since I'm pretty sure all our friends are dead. Why would a healer need to come to a graveyard? Can't you see I'm herding sheep? The woman waves her arms, driving imaginary livestock. And I went to the temple to pray because I had nothing better to do. Not like we have much choice here. We need a healer. And she's the only one we've got. Very well. I think we are in agreement. We will help you, and you will help us. You will? I mean, of course you will. I never doubted you. Inai furrows her thin eyebrows, nods to herself, and continues. Since you've decided to help me after all, I will tell you a few things about this cursed place. There's a hole in the wall not far from the temple where a wizard is raising the dead. Don't look at me like that. I have very good eyesight. It was his dead men who started chasing me. I ran here as fast as I could, as if my knees haven't been creaking for the last decade. I see. A wizard is raising the dead. Makes sense. Thanks for the warning. It looks like we got at least some use out of you. Go to the other survivors. It'll be safer that way. Okay, and yet another non-combat follower. Inai the surly healer. And not much else. Let's see what else she has to say. Inai, hands on hips, is glaring at you with displeasure. I swear, another few hours in this damp and I'll turn into a toadstool. And look at that. Like I said, we have injured. Can you brew something that might help them? I can. It's not like it's hard to do. Except you don't brew it out of thin air, in case you didn't know. Bring me some rainbow quartz and a bezoar, and you'll get your potion. And we do not have that, of course. Where could we find these sorts of things? How should I know? It's chaos around here. The whole city has gone topsy-turvy. Check the ruined houses. You'll find some if you're lucky. It's not sun orchids or some other rarity we need. Thank the gods for that. No, in normal times, the stuff we want could be bought at any small shop. Very well, I'll keep an eye out. We don't have any right now. Well, then why are you bothering me? What, am I supposed to brew you your potions out of dust on the road? That would certainly be nice, but no, I guess not. Is there a particular reason for the attitude? Let's see here. Inai starts ticking off her fingers. The city was attacked by demons, I almost got eaten by the undead, my ankle is sprained, and I'm surrounded by a band of suspicious characters. She touches her sweaty brow, her hand shaking, and sags a little. There's more. My legs are giving out. My whole body feels weak. I'm pretty sure I'm going to die right here like a stray dog. Okay, that's fair. I mean, she's scared, I get that. I'm sorry to hear that. This must be very difficult for you. For a second, the wrinkles on Inai's face smooth out, but she quickly pulls herself together. Look at that. You can act like a normal person, too. It's a shame it will pass in a moment or two. Right. So, aside from the attitude, how are you feeling? Worse than ever. My leg hurts like it's on fire. All my joints ache, blast them. Despite her complaints, she looks fairly healthy. Oh, good. Okay, so it sounds like it's just for flavor then, not so much for the game's actual health tracking. Though I suppose it might still become an issue later. Let's cycle through the rest of this stuff real quick. Just to see if she has anything else that might be new. Oh, here we go. What? Tell me again, why were you out in the graveyard? Inai's face twists into a strange grimace. She grits her teeth and hisses angrily. None of your business. And that, of course, immediately makes her sound incredibly suspicious. I mean, normally I'd be hesitant to try to browbeat an old woman, but I keep waiting for one of these random survivors we encounter to turn out to be a cultist. And the angry, surly old woman could very well be one. She was out in the middle of a graveyard where a bunch of undead are rising. Madam, since the moment we have arrived, we've endured your insinuations and accusations of culthood. Perhaps you should answer my question, lest we should assume the same of you. Inai is silent for a long time, but decides to comply after all. You hear her voice trembling ever so slightly. I came to mourn my granddaughter. The Inquisitors took her the moment we arrived in the city. Said she looked a lot like a cultist. They didn't even listen. They did apologize afterwards, of course. They made a mistake, they said. But the city's safety comes first. She spits and raises her voice to a shout. Safety? But of course! They tortured my granddaughter so severely that she died in hospital 3 days after they released her. But just look at how safe this place is now! Oh boy, that, awkward. That is not what I was expecting. I should probably move on. Sorry about that. She continues to draw audible breaths for some time before she can get a hold of herself. Happy? Or would you like to torment the old woman some more? No, I think we're good. And yes, that's just retread. So, hastily moving on. Thank you for your time, Miss Inai. We'll go take care of that thing you wanted. Sorry again. Oh, that Halrin. Man, he really did a number on this town. Is this a safe zone? I mean, we are in a church. Oh, hey, look at that. All of our other non-combat followers showed up. That's convenient. And of course, this is not a safe zone, so we are not going to rest right now. I mean, we wouldn't rest right now anyway, but it would have been nice if we could find a place to actually clear all our corruption. Alright, let's push on. See what awaits us upstairs. Leg it! We have no chance against this dead guy! I don't know, I feel like that looked like a pretty good chance to me. Actually, oh, look at that. We've got a wagon we can push. And a tombstone we can topple to get to this corpse snatcher. Which is a level 8 sorcerer. A level 8 Dampier sorcerer. That must be the necromancer we were just told about, who is conveniently placed in front of a statue we can topple over. And there's the wall we saw earlier, the one I thought we would punch through, but which we just ended up skating by. And then there's the other side where we can see a lootable corpse. Oh, there's our access point. Tie the rope. We'd have to get past those zombies, but that looks pretty doable. Yeah, we just fight our way past the zombies, tie off a rope, grab the loot back there, and then knock this statue over on that guy. With the alternate access point being here, where this archer is guarding the cart. We've got bandits over here next to a mausoleum we can enter. That must be either Langrat or Brody's thing, so we'll definitely want to swing by there. We'll have to move those crates, I guess. And we've got undead out front. Well, it's an alternate path here that comes around to these stairs, which are otherwise blocked off. And that would give us access to this area over here. Ah, yes, and as I was originally going to state, this guy is not, in fact, dead. Which I guess does justify them running away. Oh, and there they are. More bandits, apparently. I was really hoping that would be friendly characters, but that would make things too easy, I suppose. Okay, so that's a pretty serious fight, too. That's a barbarian and an alchemist. Though we do have that group of undead right nearby, and that cutscene clearly just showed us that, these guys are not on good terms with the undead. If we can lure or kite undead into the bandits or vice versa, especially if we can pull them over towards the champion here and then push that cart down on both of them. Yeah, I think we've got a pretty decent plan here. And goodness knows, I'm just glad we're away from that gas. That was obnoxious. Ah, I see. Okay. So that built our down ramp. Though now I'm thinking we could have actually attacked them. Oh shoot, he's on the move. I was really hoping he would stay face down on the ground for a while. Though that does walk him into the cart's travel path. And we've got ghouls. Nothing can ever be simple here, can it? Okay, immediate change of plans, I guess. The champion is currently heading away from us, so we'll kite the ghouls to where we are. See if we can take them out before he comes back. Hold fire, Aiden. Nice. So yeah, 2 rounds for them to get up to us. No reason to move up. We'll hang back, keep pelting them on approach. This is strange. We're getting some weird pathing here. I'm not sure these guys can actually reach us. Oh yeah, look at that. For whatever reason, the lower part of the ramp isn't registering as traversable terrain. Not for them or for us. So we're stuck up here and they're stuck down there. Which kind of trivializes this fight, but we'll take it, I guess. I'm really just hoping we can get down after. And that's the ghouls. Wow. You know, I'd feel bad for that, but that was totally unintentional. That was on them. Though...
You're not half bad.
You know, we could save ourselves a lot of trouble if we just engage the champion from here. If he can't get up here either...
You're not a threat. You're an obstacle.
I'm sorry, I'm weak. Besides, maybe he can get up here. Maybe he'll immediately run up and crush someone to death. And I'll get a dose of karmic justice.
It's you or me.
Nope, he is stuck. He ran right past the ramp. So yeah, I guess because the roof slats were dynamic objects that we placed to complete the ramp down. For whatever reason, these enemies aren't registering those as traversable terrain, and we likewise can't move across it. Not during combat, anyway.
Are you still here?
The real question is going to be whether or not we can cross it when we're outside of combat, because if we can't, then we're out of luck. We won't be able to proceed any further. Man, you know what I really wish we had here is a sling staff for Kanos. Sadly, one of the weapon types that doesn't really get a lot of support in the Owlcat Pathfinder games. Actually, I guess in retrospect, it's really our lack of slashing weapons that's holding us back. We've got plenty of crushing weapons we can use against skeletons close up. But we don't have much for zombie fighting.
Good guys always win. You're going down!
Away, you brigand!
Oh, got you!
And there we go. That I do feel slightly bad about. Sorry. And hey, we're not stuck up there. Oh, scale nail. That could be a big step up for Brown. Which brings him up to a respectable 19 AC. Not too shabby. So I guess we don't really need to worry about that wagon then. I mean, obviously we still want to go up there at some point, but it's not as pressing now to make sure that that is accessible. Since the original plan was to try to kite those bandits into the skeletal champion. and then further up the hill until we could push the cart on them. Though, I mean, I guess given that the log bugged out when we tried to use that, maybe that wasn't something we really wanted to hinge our strategy around anyway. Though we do have these zombies just off to the left, so maybe we could kite the bandits into them instead. Yeah, like if we set up a grease spell right here, they would both walk into it and fall over, and then we could just back off and take pot shots from range, and they'd be forced to walk past or through each other as they struggled with the grease. And here we go. We'll have to make sure both sides get aggroed.
They don't know who they're dealing with.
Zombies are in, but not the bandits. We'll have Record tag them in. And a complete whiff, but they're in. Now we can just kind of hang out here near the grease, and hopefully these two will start duking it out once they get too close to each other. Grease. I really should have made heavier use of that back in the main campaign. Crap, I forgot about that guy. Oh, wow, okay. So I guess grease is really just more of a suggestion, huh? Fair enough. There we go. And this might actually work in our favor, because now the zombies have to walk right past the alchemist. That's one.
You're not a threat. You're an obstacle.
Fall back. I'm really hoping he goes for the zombies, but we may have aggroed him too much. Oh, well, I guess that works too. And that is a problem. As is that. Okay, they are just completely ignoring each other. And also all running gleefully through my grease. Nice, nice.
You're going down.
Into the fray. Yeah, stow the crossbow. We need something with more punch. Oh man, I am so worried about that alchemist now, but what can we do? We're stuck fighting the tide here. Okay, I think we're having an issue here. That particular zombie seems to be having a hard time finishing its action. Alright, let's try the usual fix. Nope, still stuck in the Zombo. So, I guess we're going real time for a second. Nice. Alchemist. Don't want to alchemist him. Aiden, are you still attacking the zombies? Alright, let's go back to turn-based. We cannot afford to let that alchemist start tossing bombs. And we're right back to this. These zombies seem to be gumming up combat for some reason, so I guess we really have no choice. We'll just have to hope we can mow down this alchemist before this all blows up in our face.
Strike!
Yeah, that didn't work out for us at all, did it? Though, on the bright side, that damage is relatively tame. And it took out a zombie. Alright, let's hit Grim with a quick cure. But otherwise, we actually came through that okay. But, of course, once again, we're already hung up. So yeah, until these zombies are dead, we're stuck in real time. Alright guys, you know the drill. Focus down that alchemist. Please. Oh my goodness, guys, please. And he passed his reflex save, so... Oof, that one hurt.
Die!
Alright, we have to light this guy up. Yes, there we go. And with that, we are good. Well, as good as we can be with third-degree burns. Let's degrease. Thank you, Sentry. Moving up.
I got this.
Hey, buddy.
You're not a threat. You're an obstacle. Let's hear you cry.
Oh, okay. The archer's got himself tucked in the corner of the traversable terrain,
You're going down.
so only one person can melee him at a time.
Run them through. Damn you! You should have run!
Let's go ahead and do some damage control. We're obviously going to be here for a minute. Hey, there we go. Thank goodness. That was much less painful than I thought it would be. Especially after that first part. which was much more painful than it should have been. Wow, so not only did the zombies and the bandits not attack each other, but something about the zombies actually glitched out turn-based combat, which made it very difficult for us to work around the alchemist, and we took a lot more damage than we really should have. But, I mean, I guess I can't really complain, considering that I totally cheesed those first two fights. So, I mean, I guess we'll call that a wash. Touché! Through the ashes, we're even now. Let's just hope that's the last big bug we run into, because my patience will very quickly run thin on an expansion with this kind of difficulty curve. And that's our wand. It was nice while it lasted.
We should move.
Okay, let's burn the weaker potions. And let's see what we got. Alchemist's Fire. More grenades, and studded leather. I think Aiden can use that. And a rope. We can use that to access the Necromancer. Okay, yeah, that's not a bad haul. We got 6 grenades, we got a couple of potions, we got that studded leather for Aiden. Oh, you know what I could have done with Brown during that fight? Was switch off to the long spear when that archer backed himself into the corner. Shoot, I thought we had already upgraded Record to studded. Must have gotten my wires crossed somewhere. Normal leather and rotted leather are mechanically identical. But maybe this one is slightly less likely to give him gangrene. And range weapons. Let's make sure everyone's got a good range weapon. Except for Kanos. We still don't have a druid-friendly range option. He needs either javelins or a sling staff. Okay, well, against all odds, we somehow came out of that fight slightly better off than we went into it. Let us forge ever onward, and see what other nightmares await us. We could just crack this wall and take on the Necromancer head on. But that feels like a bad idea. Then again, we need tools to topple that statue, and I don't think we actually have tools. Though in theory, we could have some out here somewhere. I mean, odds are there are some out here somewhere. It's just a matter of finding them. Oh, wait, no, we have an open entrance right here. We don't have to waste our rope getting in there. And as I recall, there was only a single archer guarding it. Yep, there he is. Just a token guard to complicate using the wagon, I imagine. Oh. Who could leave their cart like that? One little push, no more cart. It's gone. Cool record, but I feel like we have slightly more pressing issues right now. There are 2 archers now. But, oh. Okay, that, come on. That's, what's the point of letting us scout out these encounters if they're just gonna hide enemies all over the place? And a trap, awesome. I see the holes in the cobblestone now. Maybe that was supposed to be a clue. I'm really trying not to sound annoyed here. This is just a much more complicated fight than I initially thought it was going to be. +3. That's not bad. Average AC in our party is about 17. I think we can hold off on the grace. We'll keep Aiden focused on the backline archers. Everyone else will dogpile the fighter.
Out of my way!
Oh. Right. I should have seen that coming. Aiden's got their focus because he's shooting at them.
This will hurt!
It's you or me.
Okay, let's grease it up. We have to buy ourselves some breathing room. Get in there, Grim. Or not. We're going to have to clear some space. There goes Gaia. Nice. We need room. We have to clear a space.
Don't hold back!
I'm gonna try this
Oh,
again.
How could this
is that? Wait. We just lost half our party. I'm not sure we're making it through this one. Oh, yeah, there goes Kanos. Alright, Grim. You got this, buddy. Oh, man. I mean, even if we do make it through this one, we're so... Nope, never mind. We are not making it through this one. Honestly, I probably should have done that sooner. It didn't feel right to waste those sorts of resources on what seemed like lowly zombies, but I mean, at level 2, I guess even lowly zombies are a potentially lethal foe. And then, of course, our other big misstep there was that I accidentally let Aiden get too close to the zombies. And I'm pretty sure he got attack of opportunity to death when he tried to go for that last archer. Oh man, we've almost got this. Come on, Record. Oh, and nope, scratch that. Yeah, I think we gotta call it once we start actually permanently losing party members. We'll just call this one a loss. Man, we did get pretty close there, though. If we hadn't had to start falling back to kite the remaining zombies, we might have actually pulled it off. But once Record and Sendry were outside that archer's range, I guess it just had nothing better to do than start executing our fallen. Dick move, but I respect it. I will say, I've got some mixed feelings on how this fight was set up. On the one hand, I kind of respect it, because, like, yeah, and now we can clearly see that there are giant gaping holes in the cobblestone, which does imply there were things buried there, so in theory we could have taken that as a warning sign. The trap, though, that kind of comes out of left field. And having 3 archers instead of 1 archer, which we saw from the church top, wasn't really something that felt fair. I mean, if you're going to let the player scout, then you can't feed them false information like that. The hidden zombies are one thing. The tripled archers are another, I think. You know, we came over here expecting a token guard on the wagon, which in turn we would need for a much tougher fight down at the bottom of the hill. Anyway, obviously we're not keeping this run. I'd prefer to have a live Aiden than a dead one. So we are going to hit the pause button for now. We'll get us back up to this point, and we'll take another stab at it. I am humbled, but not discouraged. See you then. Oh, and remember, although I do love playing Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous, you can find out more about the game and its DLC by visiting the official websites. And if you'd like to help support the channel, then feel free to push the buttons that do the things. Or maybe even check out the Patreon, the YouTube memberships, or the Nexus GG page. Links are in the description.
You're not half bad.